Good afternoon and welcome to the Target Center. Thank you for joining us today. For those of you on YouTube, we appreciate it. We're going to get started on time because I know we have at least more than 20 people already watching. So for those of you who are able to be timely, we don't want to make you wait anymore. So my name is Paul. I'm the Education Program Manager here at the Target Center. And today we're going to demonstrate the Amazon Echo and how it's a really cool device, but especially how it can be and is already being used by individuals with MS. So we'll get started kind of with a demo, and then we'll talk about it a little bit as we move forward. So, all right, well, first thing you have to do is you have to call her by name, and then she will listen to you. And she will respond to certain commands, questions, etc. So you'll see all that through the demo. So, Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Today in 1789, Georg Ohm was born. Om sweet Om.
So she greets you, gives you a little bit of information. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:02.
Okay. Alexa, what do I have to do today? Alexa, what's on my schedule today?
Today there is one event remaining. There is one event in progress. Alexa, turn on the lights for MS lasts until 1 p.m.
So it knows my calendar, that's in my Google Calendar, and it knows what's coming up. It knows that I'm doing this event right now. Alexa, what's the next event on my calendar?
There's one event happening right now. Alexa, turn on the lights for MS. Started at 12 p.m. and ends at 1 p.m. Next event is Irish Bar tomorrow at 9 p.m. Do you want to hear more?
Alexa, stop. So she knows that I'm going to be at an Irish bar tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. She's very smart, and so I can interact with my calendar, and I can also get a third-party app to add things verbally to my calendar. Same thing with my to-do list. And in fact, to make sure I show everything for this event, there's a to-do list on here. So, Alexa, what's on my to-do list?
You have 11 to-dos. Here are the 5 most recent. Calendar. Timer. Definitions. Trivia.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so in 10 minutes, as I'm rambling on, Alexa should, sorry, you gotta be careful when you say her name. Alexa, stop.
Sorry, I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Sorry. So if you say her name, she will start listening. That cues her to listen. And in case you're wondering, you can, in the app, and I will show you the app later, in the app you can change the name. So if, for instance, if you have a daughter or maybe pet with that name, obviously you wouldn't want that to be the command. So you can change the command to something else. So again, that's another basic use. So another cool thing is that you can you don't have to be near it like I am. It's got far field recognition technology. So we have somebody sitting at a desk here. If you don't mind, will you call her name and ask her what the weather is? And let's see if she recognizes you.
Alexa, what's the weather today?
Right now in Washington, it's 65 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Today's forecast has some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 77 and a low of 51.
Alexa, thank you. Okay. So basically, someone far across the room not pausing and being as deliberate as I am, and she's still new to listen, and listened to the basic command. So that's a great thing about it. And also, I have a to-do list, and I can keep track of my to-do list, and I can go back on that and see what I want to do. One of the things that might be applicable to would be MS, because the idea is if you have, well, first of all, in case you don't know, Alexa, what is multiple sclerosis?
Multiple sclerosis is a demyelinating disease in which the insulating covers of nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord are damaged.
Alexa, spell sclerosis.
Sclerosis is spelled S-C-L-E-R-O-S-I-S.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, she does a very good job of giving definitions. Even when I'm messing up the word, she tries her best to know it. And she's able to spell words and even have polite conversation. If I could get my children, my 4-year-old daughter, to talk to me this way, it would be a lot easier in my household. So there's all sorts of fun things programmed in here, like, Alexa, tell a dirty joke.
What is brown and sounds like a bell? Dung.
So Alexa can tell a dirty joke, or, oh, don't do it, Alexa, stop. I gotta stop using her name. That's the one thing I didn't think about. So, you know, she can tell jokes. You can do trivia. You know. Alexa, who was the 42nd president of the United States?
The 42nd U.S. president was Bill Clinton.
Okay, so it can, there's certain trivia, but then you can't just come up to it and ask it anything either. Like, you just kind of, it knows a lot of the common things you might ask it, but it is called all pre-programmed. So, I mean, you can ask it for sports scores, you can ask it for news, but then you can't just ask it anything either. So it all is, and they're adding more and more, they're called skills, and I'll show you that in the app. You can add more and more skills as they get developed by developers so that you can do more controlling. So, but we came back to the definition of MS, and basically the idea being you may be in a in a scooter or a wheelchair, or you just may need rest sometimes, or something as simple as you're in the kitchen. I mean, this isn't in the workplace, but you're in the kitchen and you're making your food, and you need to hear a recipe, or you need to quickly take a note, and not having to stop, pull out your phone, unlock it, find the app and add a note. Not having to do all that adds up. The more things you can, just do by your voice in your home, the better, in terms of fatigue and some other aspects of it. So this was not invented as assistive technology. It was invented as a consumer device for the home. But there are lots of cases of individuals with MS using it at home to do something simple like, Alexa, play a sample of Mozart.
Playing samples by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Amadeus.
So music is playing now. Alexa, stop. Alexa, play podcast Freakonomics.
Getting the latest episode of Freakonomics. Here it is from TuneIn.
And so, Chapter 1. What do school teachers and sumo wrestlers have in common?
Alexa, stop.
What?
So different podcasts, you can say, Alexa, play radio station WTOP. Okay, that's a good example. See, it's hard to remember everything exactly how to say it, and I can't remember exactly how to do the radio station. But you can get into the app and look at all the commands for all the skills that she has. But there's podcasts, internet radio stations. You can add other music. You can, if you have. Now, I'm only going to cover this for a second because it's really not a workplace thing. But if you have an Amazon Fire TV or you have Amazon accounts, you can even do things like ordering up video, on-demand video, watching TV, controlling that by your voice, or ordering when you're out of toilet paper. You can tell Alexa to order more. Do not order toilet paper, Alexa. Thank you. Okay, so that's what you can do. But then you have to have your Amazon account in there, and it gets really focused on Amazon purchasing. So for our purposes here at the USDA in the workplace, we want to steer away from that. But again, if you're at home, even if you are teleworking and you want to, in the office you might have music in the background. You could do that at home too, and control it with your voice. So you've seen how we can get the time, the date, the weather. It works from across the room. I can check my calendar. I can get definitions, and I can add things to my calendar as well if I want. If I use one of the skills, I can add something to my calendar, and then I can also add things to my to-do list if I want. Alexa, add lunch to my to-do list.
Lunch added to your to-do list.
So, and now that's easily added to my to-do list. Alexa, how's it going?
Great. Ready to help.
Great, thank you. So again, she's very, very nice. And that can even lift your spirits at times to be able to have that around. And there's something to it, something to being able to just state things and have them happen that makes your life easier, that I think individuals with MS have found to be beneficial. Let me go through a couple of the other things that I wanted to make sure, because there's no way you can remember all of this. So I just want to go through and see. And first, to show you, and Todd, if you can zoom in on this for the people online, and then I'll show you guys that are here. We have this this Amazon app. It's an Alexa app that you would have to have on a smartphone. Alexa, stop. Amazon Echo app. Now you know why they named her different than the name of the product. An Amazon Echo app that I have a history of everything I ask. So if I added lunch, if I asked it to play Freakonomics, it all shows up in here. If it doesn't understand something, it tries to look it up on the web, and it won't read anything to me, but I can still easily find it here in the app. My to-do list are here, the timers. I can set alarms as well, and also the skills. So under the skills, I can look up, okay, what have I added here that I can do? I can go to filter my skills and see what's added here. So for instance, there's a Magic 8 Ball. So I can say, Alexa, ask Magic 8 Ball if the Maryland...
Welcome to the Magic 8 Ball. You can ask me a question and I will give you an answer.
Oh, that was unfortunate timing. I just heard the timer go off that we set for 10 minutes ago, right in the middle of asking a question. So you heard that though, hopefully. Alexa, stop. So she played it again anyway after I interrupted her. Excuse me. Alexa, ask Magic 8 Ball if I will interrupt you again.
The Magic 8 Ball says, very doubtful.
All right, good. Excellent. So I can also do, so let me show you guys really quickly. So I have this menu where I have my to-do list and my shopping list, my timers, alarms. So and you can get into your music, your radio, and like different things to try all inside the app. And then it shows me that I can do something here. So it says I can find traffic information by asking it. So would you like to try? Would you like to ask her how is traffic?
Alexa, how is the traffic?
The fastest route takes about 29 minutes via George Washington Memorial Parkway and I-495.
Okay, so you have to program in the app, where's your home and where's your work. I just put in a hotel in Tyson's Corner, but then, she can tell you the traffic pretty easily. And again, from across the room, different speakers, different voices, it doesn't matter. that's pretty good. At the same time, again, you might have children around the house who could really take advantage of that. So you have to be careful that they're not just ordering, toys while you're taking a shower or something like that. But for instance, since we're the workplace here and the federal government, we do not have, you can turn ordering off. Otherwise, somebody could just come in here and order things. You can order pizza if you have the Domino's app, you can order things. So it's not always Amazon, but again, it's all set up through separate apps that interact through this Amazon app. So on my to-do list here, I want to make sure I show you everything I wanted to show you. Okay, I showed you the calendar, showed you the timer, showed you definitions, showed you trivia, spelling, podcast, Magic 8 Ball, the weather. Okay, all right, the next thing I want to show you is, and this is great, and I saw a testimonial in the Amazon reviews of somebody with MS who thought this was one of the most beneficial things. And that is, all of us might lose something like our phone and not know where we find it. And let's say that you're on the couch and you really are really tired and can't get up, you don't have anything on you, and you don't know where your phone is. Well, so you can say, Alexa, trigger Find My Phone.
Sending that to it.
So it's using an app called If This Then That to take your command and turn it into another command. And then it's going to try to call my phone. So my phone is somewhere, must be lost. But I don't think that it rang, so let me try one more time. Alexa, trigger Find My Phone.
Sending that to it.
And this could be a case of me just being too smart for my own good here. So I may have, hid the phone where it's not getting the calls here. So let's see. Try it again. Alexa, trigger Find... Oh, yeah, okay, there it is.
Sending that to it.
So it just took a second because I don't know why. So that's the idea. I say trigger Find My Phone, and it rings the phone so I can find it. And if it was hidden in the couch somewhere, or unfortunately it can't bring my phone to me, but it can help me find my phone. And that's a language called If This Then That, which you can use through an app to control so many things. So you can program basically any phrase using this app. And so let's say at home you have a Wi-Fi thermostat, like the Nest thermostat that's compatible. You can basically have it so that, that already works with Amazon Echo. But let's say you have one that didn't work with Amazon Echo, but it still worked with this other program. You can have it, you can tell her to turn up the temperature, and she'll be able to turn up the temperature. So you can use cloud-based services like the one that calls that phone, or you can use other smart devices in your home and use it to control that. So the name of this event that we have today was telling her to, Alexa, turn on the lights.
Sorry, I couldn't find a device or group named Lights and Targets profile.
So what happened is, unfortunately, again, too smart for our own good. It was a nice name to get people's attention. Turns out that USDA, even though we're able to use Alexa and we're able to use these smart lights, and just to show you that I'm not...
Sorry, I couldn't find a device or group named Smart Lights and Targets profile.
So just to show you I'm not making things up, I can turn these lights on. Oh, sure. Oh, okay. All right. So, with the press of a button, this is really not my day for this technology. Okay, this was just working earlier. I apologize. Basically, this is an app called the Philips Hue Lighting, and it's an app that you can use to change the color of your light, or that you can use to turn it on and off. and for whatever reason, it is not working here. So I'll have to look into that so it's working, because if people are watching online but they are local, you can come down and try out the device whenever you want, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And what it can do is it can change the color of the light, or it can turn it on and off. There's another device that we have called Smart Things, which is just something you plug into an outlet, and we have a hub hidden in the back there. And basically anything you plug into this outlet, you can turn on and off with a smartphone. And you can do the same thing with the Amazon Echo. With a voice command, for whatever it's called, let's say you have a heater plugged in here, you just tell the device it's called a heater, and then you say the name and then say turn off the heater, and it'll turn it on and off. So we got really unlucky yesterday. We discovered that, I don't know if you can hear that, but this is rattling, which is not good. So they're sending us a replacement outlet from Smart Things. So we hope that comes in, be here by next week, so people can walk in and see how you can control it. This does work with our network. But this device, using the smartphone to control the lights, is having a lot of trouble on the USDA enterprise network. It connects and then gets disconnected. It's some firewall issues that they're working on. So this is a great, we call it an exploratory technology. It's great, it can do some things, but as in terms of the workplace and the workplace network, we're just not sure what's going to be possible, what will be allowed. But we're kind of doing the testing. And then if it works really well, and it does seem like with the network team it'll be secure, then they might allow you to do, even if it's just to control a couple things like your lights and some other things in your office. It might be a possibility. So, so that's the integration with the smart devices. All right, let me get back to my list here. Well, the last thing on my list was fix the smart outlet. So that was, I knew that was going to be an issue. So that's pretty much all the items we have on here. Again, the idea is so you don't have to pull out a phone, you don't have to use a computer as much. If you have something that comes on your mind, you can instantly jot it down. You can check your calendar, add things to your calendar. You can play the music. Let me see if there's anything else to try in here that would be interesting. Well, yeah, so I mean, I could say, Alexa, what's new?
Here's your flash briefing. In NPR News from TuneIn.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Windsor Johnston. President Obama has nominated appellate court judge Merrick Garland to
Alexa,
succeed
stop.
U.S. Supreme.
So, I mean, you can imagine a world, right, where you wake up in the morning and you ask for the traffic, you ask for the weather, you see what's on your calendar, you see what the news might be. Maybe you want to watch some TV too, maybe you could turn on your TV. So all of this while you're just getting up and moving around your room. Some individuals with MS, it takes all of their energy kind of just to get dressed. And then that takes a long time to get up and even get moving. And so, but to be able to just do all this, get all this information by asking questions is really powerful. For the news, you tell it like where you want your news from. What kind of online news do you want? But I think that's a pretty cool application. I mean, just some other things you can say, Alexa, what are the hours of the closest Best Buy?
The Best Buy on 14th Street Northwest is open now until 9 p.m.
So that's some pretty good information. And again, you can get real questions too, like Alexa, what is the tallest mountain in the world?
At 29,029 feet, 8,848 meters, above sea level, Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, turn the volume down. Alexa, turn the volume up. So there's a ring on the top that's a white light that shows me how much the volume is, and I could mute. I can mute her right here so she'll stop listening to me, but I can also do those kind of settings and controls by voice. So, I mean, that's pretty much everything besides, you know, the sports team, you know, it's the same difference. You would understand that. And then, of course, just some of the... I'm just going to check one thing before I finish up here. If I look up the skills, all the skills I installed, to make sure there's nothing else I want to show you. And then for those of you that are here in person, you know, after this, you know, we can turn off the cameras and you could, you know, try anything you want on your own, not having to shout across the room. So we did that Magic 8 Ball. There's one thing for people who don't want to look things up, but who are also, I don't want to say shy, but just a little maybe uncertain in social situations. And also for autism, there's some other applications, but here's one. Alexa, open conversation starter.
Welcome to Conversation Starter. You can say give me a topic, or you can say next to skip to another topic. How can I help you?
Give me a topic.
Okay. Have your parents influenced what goals you have? Say next for more.
Alexa, stop.
Talk to you next time.
So there's an application that can be developed that helps you with conversations. You can imagine for almost any disability, people could create applications that have voice interaction that may be beneficial. So it's just a matter of will people actually create these. Oh, here's another one. This is very great for today, very applicable for today. Alexa, ask DC Metro for the next train arriving at Smithsonian.
For station Smithsonian, no arrival information is available.
So, of course, it would have been a great demo. You would have seen the next train that was coming today. But if you don't know, those of you outside the DC area, Metro shut down for 24 hours today. So we're still here, but there is no next train information. But again, in your daily activities in the morning, you could be getting that information as well. It seems a little bit like a ridiculous luxury. When it first came out, people were like, well, what's the difference between this and using something like Siri on my phone already, or just, I don't know, turning on a phone and pressing 2 buttons? You know, what's the big difference? Nobody understood it. But then once it got into the marketplace, there's just something about the voice, the conversational style, and really the ability to not have to be anywhere near it that's made it very successful. And you can get multiple ones, or there's also small ones. Alexa, what's the Amazon Dot?
Echo Dot allows you to talk to Alexa in more rooms in your home. It includes a built-in speaker, but you can also connect to external speakers using Bluetooth or line out.
Okay, so it's called this is the Amazon Echo, and the other one's called the Amazon Echo Dot. And it's just this circular part, basically, a small one that you could put throughout your house, so that anywhere you are in your house or your office, you can be heard by the system. Because really, and for those of you who don't know, all that's happening is this is a speaker, Bluetooth, a very good microphone that can handle the wide range, and that's it. It listens to your command, it's always listening, listens to your command, and then it takes that audio file, sends it up to the internet. Up there, big fancy computers figure out what you said, and then check with your app, the information in your app that's in the cloud, and do the commands from there. So it's actually not doing a whole lot on this actual device. It's just a connection to the internet, and you're also connected through your application. Just in case anybody was wondering how it actually worked. Okay, so let's see, we showed you the conversation starter. I think that's everything. That is. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of Well, I guess we should ask her for herself, right? Alexa, what can you do?
For help with what you can say, take a look at the Things to Try section in the Alexa app.
All right, I already showed you that, so I feel pretty smart. And then it's just a matter of getting comfortable kind of with the language. Some people, even like Todd, our cameraman here, and our accessibility program manager, sometimes he comes up and asks her these crazy long-winded questions, and the device doesn't really know what's being asked. But other times, it knows you're not doing the command correctly, but it still figures out what you're talking about. Like if you're just like, Alexa, how long will it take to get to Ireland?
Your current location is 3,350 miles, 5,400 kilometers, from Ireland. As I don't know your speed, I can't tell you how long it will take.
Okay, so, I mean, it tries to be a little bit smart and funny, but also accurate. So, we'll shut off the cameras in a little bit, and you guys can come up and try and ask questions if you want, and see how it works. But that's basically all I wanted to show you for the demo. So, Alexa, have a good night.
Good night.
And that's that. All right.